What is going on, guys? Today I'm going to be giving you guys my top 3 biggest pieces of advice if you are a new Amazon FBA seller. And even if you're already in the business and you're starting it, this can also change the way you think or have a different perspective on things and maybe persuade you to do something differently, hopefully. And could save you money or make you more money or keep you from losing money. So stay till the end and we will see if I change your perspective or not. So the first thing I want to talk about is going to be kind of a warning to all of you, and that is be careful who you are learning from and be careful what you are buying when it comes to services, courses, softwares, anything like that. You just want to make sure that they are proven, and proven doesn't necessarily mean that they have a lot of students currently. Because I can't tell you how many of the top Amazon FBA influencers on YouTube who have thousands of students already have courses that are completely outdated by years, or their quality and content are just complete garbage as if they filmed it in one day on their laptop with no professional quality. And also their content, like I said, is already outdated, and also their content is very general and doesn't actually teach you how to do things step by step, which is ridiculous because they're selling these courses for a huge amount of money, $500, $1,000, $2,000. For that price, there are a ton of other small channels on YouTube who are also teaching the same thing, and most likely, because they started later on, they have a more updated course. Just make sure it is updated. And I'm also hoping that they put a lot more quantity and quality of content into their course, other than some of these top Amazon FBA influencers. And another perk that you will get from a smaller influencer teaching you is most likely they're going to actually offer their real personal help to you. I can't speak for everyone, but I can speak for myself. So a smaller channel like mine, all of my private students get my one-on-one help, and I actually spend time to actually focus on these people and send paragraphs back to them, or however long the email needs to be, not just one-word answers, because I actually am trying to get them to success. And I have a smaller amount of students I'm working with, so I don't have 2,000 people I need to respond to every day. Like some of these top FBA influencers, they have thousands of students, so they can only give out one-word answers or whatever the case may be, or they can only personally help you for like a week or a month or whatever. So make sure you go with someone who has an updated course, has quality content, and goes into detail and actually takes you step by step through the entire process, not leaving anything out. For example, I teach my private students all these new strategies and different things that aren't being taught to the majority of new Amazon FBA sellers. And they come to me and they tell me that their biggest issue is that they ran out of inventory and they don't have a new shipment coming in. So that's a pretty good issue to have. And I'd rather have issues about running out of inventory and selling out than having issues of completely selling a product that will not work because you didn't differentiate, or you didn't do certain things, or you didn't follow the process exactly how it needs to be followed. And if you guys do want to become one of my private students, then I will leave my email right here on the screen. And you need to email me to get in, because I like to focus on a few people at a time and not have 1,000 students at once. That way I can actually properly teach them and get them to succeed. And if you guys don't know what the private course is, it basically is me teaching you, taking you through the whole process step by step. And I also give my unlimited personal mentorship if you guys want more one-on-one help and you have questions or you need advice on something. And it also comes with my private Facebook group for all of my students to interact with each other and network with each other and get their initial reviews. So feel free to email me if you want to become one of my private students. So the whole concept of the first thing I'm talking about here is basically have the right info, know the right things, learn from the right people, and don't fall into the trap of all these huge Amazon FBA influencers who are selling you a course for $1,000 and the course is 4 years old and it teaches you absolutely nothing, and then you come to me later on and ask me for help. I don't want you to fall in that trap, and I want to save you as much money from the start as I can. Now, the second piece of advice I have for all of you guys, whether you're new or you're already in the business, you need to be different and differentiate. So that doesn't just mean with your product, that also means with the way you do things and operate your business. So that comes down to research, that comes down to making your listing, that comes down to all these different things. You want to be different in the way you do things. So don't do what everyone else is doing when it comes to product research. You want to do something that other people aren't doing. You don't want to listen again to these big influencers who teach thousands of people, and now these thousands of people are all using the same strategies. So you want to use more specific and different research strategies. And generally in life, if you follow everyone else, you're probably going to fail anyway. So make sure you're different and you don't follow the crowd and you don't follow what everyone else is doing, because if that group of 2,000 or 5,000 or 10,000 people isn't succeeding 100% of the time, then most likely you will be one of the failures as well. So you need to be different in some way and listen to someone who knows different things and who can teach you strategies that aren't taught to all the other people. So like I said, that does not just include the way you operate your business, but that also includes your product. So I hear a ton of these top influencers say the same things again. They say, oh, you just find a product and you post it. That's not the case. You need to differentiate your product and make it different from the rest of the market so it stands out. So if your product is not different or is not a higher quality or does not offer something better or does not meet what the buyer wants, then you probably won't succeed either. You need to make sure that you are differentiating your business and your products from what everyone else is doing. The third thing I want to talk about can actually benefit most of us from these people's mistake, and that is simply being lazy and giving up so easily. You guys would be totally surprised by the amount of people who buy a program or buy a course or start learning from someone and don't even start. They just give them their money and they don't actually even start. So I'm sure all of you guys, being my viewers, have a decent concept of money or a good concept of money, and you can't rationalize giving someone $500 or putting $1,000 into something and then absolutely giving up in the next day or two. So I can't rationalize that, and I'm sure you guys can't either. So if you're going to be doing this, make sure that you're actually going to study and learn from someone, and you're going to implement, and you're actually going to try and give an effort in this business, because obviously it's not just going to create itself and you're not going to just make money out of nowhere. You have to put effort and time and thinking into this business if you want it to succeed. And trust me, if you listen to the right person and you put your time, effort, and energy and whatever the case may be into it, then you will not be disappointed and you will get what you want. Kind of like the saying, whatever you put in, you're going to get out. And you have absolutely no excuse to not put effort and time into this, because a lot of you guys work 40 or 60 hours a week of hard work at your job. And if you could do that and you can stand that and live through that, then I'm pretty sure you can put hours into Amazon FBA, you know, working on your business, growing it, and learning new things. So to recap really quickly, you want to know the right things, learn from the right person, and have a mentor, because if you try to do this on your own, you most likely will fail as well, because you're going to get all this mixed information all over YouTube. You're going to learn from all these most likely big influencers on FBA as well, and they're going to mislead you and teach you old things that don't even exist. So make sure you're learning from the right people, make sure you have the right information, make sure you have a mentor, make sure you don't give up easy and you're not lazy and you're willing to put the time and effort into this business. And lastly, make sure you differentiate your business and your products, because you don't want to follow the mainstream with what everyone else is doing, because that will lead you to nowhere. And you need to learn from someone who will teach you new strategies and strategies that are not implemented with the rest of the market, and that is what will lead you to success. That's going to be it for this video, guys. If you once again wanted to get into the private course, then the email is down in the description, and also it was earlier in the video, so you guys can always go back and look at that. And let me know down in the comments if I changed your mind or your perspective on any of these different things. Even though they're very general topics, they are the absolute foundation to having a successful business on FBA, so you cannot take them for granted or think that you know everything already. You need to really listen to these 3 things and really implement them and make sure you are actually following them. Before you guys go, make sure you guys go down below, click on the like button if you learned anything new. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. And last but not least, go down below, leave me a comment, let me know if you subscribed, and let me know if you have any questions, because I respond to every single comment. And that's going to be it for this video, guys. I will catch you guys in the next video.